For everybody who wrote a story for us to stand up. There were 254 stories, so if you wrote a story, even if it didn't get picked, you need to stand up so we can give you a big round of applause! You guys are awesome! We love your stories. We read every single one of them. They were all fantastic, and we wish we could perform every single one, but we just don't have enough time. They don't let us stay here for 5 hours doing
I did the mustache one.
So why don't you go ahead and sit down, and we're going to meet the authors whose stories we performed today. But before that, we are going to meet our illustrators. Do you remember those cool pictures that were on the screen before you came in? I mean, as you guys were coming in? All right. If you saw your picture and you hear your name, you need to come right up, stop and see Darby here. She's going to give you something, and you're going to come right up on stage and join us. Okay, so we had Savannah in Mrs. Richardson's class drew us a nice picture. Come on up, Savannah. Gloria in Ms. Gregory's class. Camille and, Millie, Camille, and Madeline Romero in Miss Evans' class. Tom Jacobson in Miss Isham's class. Come on up, Tom. Matthew in Miss Gregory's class. Olivia Cho in Miss Smith's class. Camille, Lauren, Paul, and Peyton Nielsen. That was Miss Vertugos, Miss Figueroa. Yeah, those were both Miss Figueroa's class. All right. And then we had Joy, Becca Armstrong in Miss Figueroa's class. And Abby and Rose drew a nice picture. They made a whole book together. It was really cool. That's also Mrs. Figueroa's class. And Macy Coach in Miss Evans' class. Those are our illustrators. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, now we're going to meet our authors. All right, thank you, Joe. Joe's going to help me here. In our very first story about the Magic Box, a lot of kids wrote really great stories about the Magic Box. We used 3 stories for that opening number. Leanna in Miss Evans' class. She wrote about a girl who liked the Magic Box and they became BFFs. And Jacob, we don't know whose class Jacob is in, but Jacob wrote about feeding the box 10 million stories and then they all played at the end. So if there's Jacob that wrote that story, come on up, Jacob! And then we had Joey who wrote about the ninja fighting the bad evil Magic Box. Mrs. Richardson's class. Yeah, Joey, get up here. And then the story that came back a couple of times, The Adventures of Connor and Louise by Connor and Louise. Come on up, you guys. Super awesome story. They wrote 2 books together with really great illustrations, all about really awesome adventures that featured all of them. Great story, you guys. Thank you for that. And then the next one we did with the newscast. We had 2 stories in that one. Mr. Puggle Saves the Day by Ellie in Miss Hall's class. we've got a Nicholas here. Okay, Amy and the spelling test, that really nice story about, do any of you ever get nervous about your spelling words? I'm not the greatest speller either, but I tried really hard. And Amy tried really hard, and that was by Maeve Harper. In Miss Hall's class, Miss Hall writers. And then we have the story about saving the Twin Towers. We were hoping that it was true, but it didn't really happen the way that he had hoped. That was by Colin Kay in Miss Fortuo's class. Colin wrote out a bunch of stories. And then we have the story of angels, the two kids that wanted to fly. What were the kids' names? Haley and Brody. Yeah, Brody. Those were the names of the kids. Yeah, but it was by Natalie and Ashley in Miss Isham's class wrote that story. Do you guys wish you could fly with balloons? I do. And then the dog and cat who were sorry. Remember, they got in a fight, and then they were sad, and then they were sorry? That was by Nina in Miss Rutter's class. And that also had a really pretty picture with it. And then the story of ninjas and lizards. Remember those ninjas and lizards that fought? That was by Chandler Fannin in Miss Smith's class. Cool story, Chandler. And then the story of the kingdom about the artist and all the people in the kingdom, and they lost their gold, but she made them a new piece. That was by Riley Shepard in Miss Smith's class. And that wonderful story about the swimming dog, who was a really good sport. He deserved a medal in sportsmanship because he helped that other dog. That was by Nicholas Rodriguez in Miss Hall's class. Are you on the swim team, Nicholas? Are you on a swim team? No? Are you a good sport when you play sports? Are you a good sport when you play sports? You help others? Way to go. And then we had Pac-Man in the real world. Pac-Man came out of the game and he was in the real world by Jesse and Colby in Miss Fortuo's class. Come on, Jesse and Colby, come on up. And then we have a great story of Pie World. Who here likes pie? Let's hear it for pie. That was by Luke Smith in Miss Hall's class. We have some really important people to thank. Come on up. Come on. We need to thank Dr. Metzger, Animal Health Hospital. He helps fund this every year. Also, Mrs. Hernandez. Are you here, Mrs. Hernandez? Where are you? Yay! Thank you for all your help. And the PTA, Soleng PTA, all of the teachers who encourage your children to write and give them the freedom to be creative in your classroom. Thank you for that. Mr. Dodson for being a great leader at your school, and all of you for using your imagination, being such a wonderful audience today. And let's hit it.